Hello! Happy Black Friday, even though it's Monday. Launch day to absolutely everyone, apart from the people on Instagram who keep saying, we will not be doing Black Friday this year, or at any point, because apparently we all make enough money that we don't need to do it. I have unfollowed several people today on the basis of that very thing. I will not be made to feel bad about taking part in an event which is not only the biggest sale of the year for White Rabbit Skincare as a brand, but like it often enables a lot of people who wouldn't be able to perhaps buy the products otherwise to be able to invest in themselves by buying the skincare, being able to treat other people, buy presents for Christmas, ultra prepared, or whatever. There is the aspect of you do you boo, but I feel like these people, they don't need to put that statement out onto social media. They could just go about their own, and I suppose this does come back to the fact that like I'm choosing to be annoyed and I'm choosing to be insulted when I could just ignore it, but it's really annoyed me, so I mean, at least I'm coming on here and I'm talking about it, and I was going to put a story up being like but I didn't, so that's progress. But anyway, I was actually having dreams last night about today and worrying about it, if I'm honest. But so far today we've had 42 orders, which is a 2000% increase on yesterday, and total sales is up 5,700%, and sessions, website sessions, is up 270%. And the conversion rate is 10.98%, which I think is pretty good going. All in all, I'm happy. And here's to the rest of the promotional period. I just wanted to stop and reflect on it and literally stop and think, like, acknowledge this and what I have achieved before, what I'm achieving today, and what I'm going to achieve. Because I know that I am very guilty of doing the whole tick box exercise and just being like, next, on to the next thing. And if I'm honest, like, I am already thinking about tomorrow and the rest of the month and worrying that I hope I've not shoot my shot all at once. I'm sure this is only the start of the beginning of good things. By the way, sorry I keep talking with my mouth full. I don't know what is wrong with me today. I keep dropping everything. I can't speak properly. But time check. It's 3:30. There was me thinking that I was going to have a massive gap this afternoon, because technically on paper I did. That was the other thing as well. So Kim, who is my client with Down syndrome, she always, like, she'd messaged me last night to say, see you tomorrow. It's so funny because I'm meant to be the one reminding the clients of their sessions, but she always messages me. And she texted me last night saying, see you tomorrow. And she always phones me, like, when she's leaving the house and coming, like, she's about half an hour before she ends up arriving at the gym. So it got to like 11:15 and I hadn't heard anything, and then it got to 12:15 when she usually arrives, no sign of her. And I had India, my other client, and I felt really bad because I kept checking my phone and everything. And then I started thinking, I wonder if it's because, so Kim's got family over in Edinburgh, and she was going to be going, when I checked back to the messages with her sister, she had said, I'm coming over to pick Kim up, we're going to do some things in her house, and then we're going to head to Edinburgh, but she'll be back on Thursday in time for the gym. So I'm thinking, I wonder if I've like picked that up wrong and she's actually going to Edinburgh today, but why would she have messaged me yesterday to say see you tomorrow? So I phoned her, and at first it wasn't connecting, and I was like, oh my god, and I was starting to get into a real panic. But eventually she answered, and then you'd hear her sister Bex in the background being like, we've been at IKEA, we're just on the way, we'll drop her off. So I've never felt relief like it, because I do worry about her. Like, she's incredible. All her family are over in Edinburgh, and she lives in Sturton herself. She's so resourceful and so like self-sufficient. She's amazing. Apparently they'd been at IKEA, she's got lots of new stuff for her house, and she had a big breakfast, and you could tell because she did really well in the gym today. That's where I was getting to with the point of that story. She was running slightly late, and then we were waiting on her sister coming back to pick her up. So by the time I got Laura's session started, which is usually 1:30, we were running a bit late, and then we like blathered so much today. So she didn't leave till back at 3, and then I was just going to train, but I was absolutely starving, so I'm having some food, and then I'm going to have some pre-workout. I got a big, if you like, Monster. I got a multi-pack in Tesco, and it's like, I think it's a 9-pack, so it's basically 3 pink ones, which is like, well, there's 2 lots of pink, but one of them's like the strawberry, and then there's 3 cans of the white, and then there's the 3 cans of the dark pink. I don't know what flavour that's meant to be, so I've got a choice. And then I'm going to train and do my cardio. I've not done my cardio in what feels like weeks, and then it'll be time for my client Jen to come in. And I can't remember if I told you in the last vlog, I don't think I did, but oh, did I? Anyway, I can't wait to see Jen because she was going on Thursday there to get her hair cut and coloured, and this has been the first time in I think literally years that she's had it coloured, because she's never felt comfortable enough to sit in the hairdresser's chair for long periods of time. So the fact that she felt comfortable doing that is just like a massive win. So I'm so proud of her, like she's making incredible progress. So that's at 6:30. So that is that. That is your speed round update. If you're new to the vlog, hello, welcome to the madness. I hope you're here for the long haul. Oh, also, dad update. So, I can't remember where we got up to in the last vlog when I was telling you about him. So a week ago today, 3rd of November, he was in getting a partial knee replacement done, and he's really been struggling pain-wise. But what I've established is that the hospitals, generally as a whole, don't prepare people for just how painful it's going to be. And I don't think he was prepared for how sore it was. So he has ran out of the painkillers that they'd given him from the hospital. And I think it was on Friday they phoned the ADOC, which is like the out of hours doctor service thing, otherwise known as NHS 24 in Scotland. I don't know where it is in England. And they sent an electronic prescription for him to get anti-inflammatories. So I was asking Mum about it today, and she says that he's still in a lot of pain, but they said that it's going to take a few days for the anti-inflammatories to kick in. He just has to keep doing his, keep moving, and to essentially keep his knee oiled. Because my friend Jen, who's a nurse, was saying that if the prosthetic seizes up, then that's a disaster. Hello, I am just on to document this because we all know how good I am at just moving on from stuff and not acknowledging it. Whiterabbit has officially hit 19,000 orders. How mad is that? And now I want to do something to celebrate it for me. So I think it was when we hit 18,000, I bought a bottle of the, what's it called? Where is it? Is it Penhaligon's? Am I making that name up? Yes, Penhaligon's. The Audacity, which I love. So I'm thinking I might do, because I quite like that idea of having a perfume to mark each milestone. But then I'm like, do I do something else? Like, do I go away for like a spa night myself? Do I buy a piece of jewellery? Do I get something like a tech upgrade? So for example, a new vlog camera? If you've got any ideas, leave them in the comments box, because no doubt I probably won't have done anything by the time this vlog goes up. But anyway, I'm just on the way around to a Spacegoods again. I didn't vlog yesterday, not for any particular reason, and yesterday probably would have been a good vlogging opportunity because I got quite a lot done. I was in the flow, but I think that's the point. Because I was in the flow, I just wanted to like get on with stuff, and I was also filming clips for my little mini series that I've been doing on all the socials. So sometimes it sounds daft, but sometimes I struggle doing the two. But today I woke up, did my ice bath, very chilled. Mum, I'm presuming, I've not heard from her, I'm presuming she's at a coffee morning. I had a little bit of a wobble where I was like, because I got a phone call from the car finance company, and not to go into details, but I'd not missed the last payment, I just haven't paid for my car finance yet. And of course they like interrogate you, and then they start going on about how you're going to get letters out, and if you don't pay it within like the same month, then it will affect your credit file and blah blah blah. And I just said like, what can you do to help me? Like, is there any chance we can reduce the monthly payments, but extend the repayment period out? They were like, no, we don't do that. The only opportunity would be, what did they say? I think it would be a case of like they would like take my truck back, and I would need to get something smaller that would be a smaller monthly repayment, basically. Which, if I'm honest, I have thought about a couple of times. But I love my truck, and it was one of my like manifestation moments because I really wanted it and I manifested it. But I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to like do the payment tomorrow when I get my payout. And then the person saying to me, it just shows you though that they're reading off a script. Like, they don't care about you, they don't care about your situation. Because then they went, thank you for phoning today. And I was like, I didn't phone today, you phoned me. Oh, thank you for taking my call today. And that's the thing as well, like when I first answered the phone, and I knew it was them because I had their number saved in my phone, but they were like, we need to run through security questions. Let me just check your notes to see what it is that I'm phoning for. So they don't actually know, they just go through the motions. But I did get a little bit upset because I just think like, because then they said to me, I say they, I don't know if it was a man or a woman, it was very hard to determine. Then they said to me, have you, are you getting any sort of benefits? And I just said no, because I'm not, it's the most frustrating thing ever, and I'll never understand why, but I am not applicable for benefits because I'm self-employed. If you're self-employed, you don't get any sort of help at all. So that's great. Oh, can't see me. This is my, have I shown you my red lights? It's excellent when I get up during the night for the cats, because the red light doesn't disrupt your circadian rhythm. Fun fact. What am I doing? I have actually been for a blow dry and I've just ruined it by putting my hair in this pineapple. But I wanted to, so enough water on that, yes, while I am making my, what's going on? This is a delightful angle, but we're going with it. I wanted to talk to you. Hello, by the way. I don't know if I've even been on today. I wanted to talk to you about something which had a weirdly triggering effect on me when I saw it on Instagram, which was a girl talking about the fact that it is her 6-year sober anniversary thing. For some reason, some inexplicable reason, I find people talking about themselves being sober really, I hate the word triggering, but I use it quite frequently because it does describe how I feel. I find it weirdly triggering, which I can't understand because I myself have been 6 years in December sober. I don't know if it's the whole thing of like, I just feel like because I don't talk about it, like I don't go on social media, I am not seeking validation from anyone. I don't know if I just find it a bit, it's like that whole social media falseness that when people go on and make a big thing about it, I just don't know. And then I start thinking maybe I should talk about it more, and I should be proud of the fact that I haven't had a drink in 6 years. There's no drama behind it, by the way. Essentially, I mean, I'm not ashamed of anything, of my story or whatever. I'm not like an alcoholic or anything like that, although the times where people would say to me, don't be boring, have a drink, I did want to say I am an alcoholic to see what their response would be. But long story short, it was a twofold reason I stopped drinking. So I was going through a breakup at the time, and I was finding that, even before the breakup, just to deal with situations, I was getting drunk and being a bit like leery, and I would turn into not a very nice person. But then I would start to feel ill, so I would stop drinking and I would sober up, and then I would get frustrated because obviously I've still got drink in my, like, I couldn't drive and anything like that because I've still got drink in my blood system. And then I'd be sober, like feeling sober, and of course then I would have horrendous hangovers and whatever. And so I just didn't think it was a very good way for me to deal with things. And then it was that same year, so 2019. What is going on here? I was trying to tell a very serious story about a very serious situation. Excuse me. Hold on. I'll be back. I'm back after his lordship's drama. It was in that same year that I decided to do my first bodybuilding competition. And for the first wee while, I was giving the excuse that because of the bodybuilding competition, with like strict calories and whatever, that's the reason I wasn't drinking. Which people were quite happy to accept, which I find quite a disturbing fact about society, is that, well, firstly, you need to have a reason for any of your own choices about your own body, but also the fact that it's acceptable for you to not drink if you were an alcoholic, if you're pregnant, if you're doing some sort of extreme diet, but if you just want to do it for your own mental and physical well-being, you're looked at like a pariah. That's pretty f***ed up, in my opinion. So yeah, and I have absolutely no intention of ever drinking ever again. I do not miss it one bit, and I'm perfectly happy with that choice. So there you are.
The other thing, we did River, the older one, so she's nearly 3.
What did you just see in Titchfield Street? And police was absolutely jumping.
I'll sit at that one.
Ta-da! Actually cannot wait to do my ice bath. I did some damage. Well, not really. I was officially celebrating or marking White Rabbit reaching 19,000 orders. So I'm continuing the tradition that I started for myself when I reached 18,000 orders, which was to buy myself a new perfume. And, well, White Rabbit bought me it. And then I went and got a coffee and a delicious almond and, what was the combination? Almond and apricot cake, or like a tray bake thing, which on face value I was like, ooh, I don't know if I like the sound of that, but so good. And then I was in the Beyond Bliss in the Crystal Cove because I decided to go back. When I had been in there a few weeks ago, I had saw a garnet and I forget the crystal it's mixed with, cobra. I'm not usually a snake person, but I saw it, but I didn't get it, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. And then I discovered that this year, 2025, is the year of the snake. And while I was in there, so I got that. And then while I was in there, I was speaking to, oh God, I forget her name, I want to say Karen, who was offering like mini readings. So I got a mini tarot card reading with her. And she was basically saying that, so she works as like a intuitive person. Like she was like, I've never done any courses, I don't like read the books that come with the cards, I just go by what I'm told when I look at the cards. And basically she was like, ask for help if you need it, but also remember that you are strong and you know the right answer to things, and I just need to start taking action. Because she was like, I can see like you're just kind of stuck in the middle and nothing's happening. And I was like, yes, that's correct. On so many levels. So I did that. And then it turns out that she also does past life regression sessions. So I am booked in with her for that on the 3rd of December, which I'm really looking forward to. Because I've always wanted to know who I was in a past life. Because oftentimes it can explain a lot of things in this life. But I don't know what time it is now. Back of 3 maybe. I was going to like walk quite far, but I'm thinking I might just go a wee bit further along and then head back to the car. It's been absolutely mental in Troon today. I don't know why I'm showing you that, but because there was some sort of event on, so it was chaos, but it was good. It was like a nice atmosphere, and I thought I wasn't going to get parked anywhere, but I managed to get parked. So I'm glad I decided to come out, because as is the normal situation, I do have work to do, but I wanted to put myself first. That's what she was saying as well, doing my card. She was like, remember and celebrate yourself, and remember like how far you've come and whatever else. So hence why I have been doing the shopping, kinda. But every time I come down here, or when I go to like Irvine Beach, I just think, how lucky am I to literally be like 15 minutes from this. I would love to live in Troon actually. Imagine being able to get up in the morning and just come straight down to the beach. I mean, I could technically do that now, I just need to drive. Good morning. I'm just standing, I picked up the camera to close off this vlog, but then I noticed there's not one but 2 little robins out in the garden. I don't know if you'll be able to see them. So one is on the hedge and one is on, oh, where's it gone? Oh, it disappeared. There was 2 of them, I promise. Wasn't making it up. Anyway. Oh wow, I'm zoomed in. Like my eyebrows. Look, I look like I've been beaten up. But I think Amy must have got me when she was threading my brows. Hold on, there we are. Right, thank you as always for watching. Thank you for supporting me. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.